Hi, my name is Justin Lara. This presentation is for Discussion Board 5 in Aviation 360 at Liberty University. I've conducted some further analysis on the same four aircrafts discussed in my previous presentations. I would like to quickly review them so that we're all on the same page. Two of the aircrafts, the Piper M600 and Beechcraft King Air 350i, are turboprops, and the other two, the Cessna Citation Sovereign Plus and Gulfstream G280, are jets. The turboprops are on the cheaper end, with the M600 at about $3 million and King Air 350i at about $7 million. The jets are on the higher end, with the Sovereign Plus at $18 million and the G280 at $25 million. In this presentation, I did some deeper cost analysis. I'm not sure how many companies have $25 million laying around, but I'm sticking with the same story I had last week. There is plenty of money to put up front for an aircraft if it means increased savings down the road. For this reason, I decided not to finance the aircraft, taking finance fees out of the operation costs. These are the yearly fixed costs associated with each aircraft. Fixed costs are the total of costs such as insurance, crew salaries, crew training, and a hangar and other services required for operation of the aircraft. While the fixed costs for aircraft of the same type are relatively similar, the fixed costs of jets are far higher. Variable costs are going to be the hourly cost of operation based on a 300 nautical mile trip. The Piper M600 is extremely low at about 500, and the King Air is roughly in the middle at around 1,200. The jets are relatively close on the high end at around 2,500. Utilization hours vary because although we would be using the aircraft to travel the same distance, we would need to use the aircraft for less time as the speed of the aircraft increases. Keep in mind, increased utilization means more maintenance and more depreciation. The M600 is high at about 550 and the 350i is in the middle at about 400. The jets are on the low end at about 300. Yearly cost is the total estimated cost for roughly 120,000 miles the company is expected to travel annually. The M600 is on the low end at about 500,000. The 350i is at about 700,000. The Sovereign Plus is at 1,300,000 and the G280 is at 1,400,000. This is the estimated cost per hour considering both variable and fixed costs. The M600 comes in at around 900, the 350i 1,800, the Sovereign Plus 4,200, and the G280 4,600. This chart kind of brings all the information together. It shows the annual cost for each aircraft in relation to how many hours it was utilized. It also shows two other forms of on-demand travel other than in-house full ownership and operation of the aircraft. The circles represent where we expect to fall on the chart based on our projected hours of utilization. Keep in mind this chart does not include financing or purchasing the aircraft, as the plan is to pay cash for the aircraft up front. The 1/16th fractional ownership in white is just not realistic, as we would need the aircraft far more than the 50 hours we could get out of it, and the turboprops already beat out the fractional ownership before we'd even reached the 50 hours. Both the turboprops are far lower in terms of annual cost, but would need to be utilized far more. Both the jets are very close to chartered aircrafts in terms of annual costs, but a chartered aircraft itself would not need to be purchased. That is going to conclude my presentation for this week. Thank you for watching.